Right folks, I'm down at the range. Bought the Rete T20 to do the testing with, and I'm testing the DiscoveryOpt LHD-NV 3x12 by 42 side focus illuminated reticle scope and the night vision NV001 night vision attach on for any scope really, not just this one. I've set a card up down there and I've done some specialist targets that I've made up, and then it's a graph made up of 1/4 inch squares. It's bang on. I actually downloaded the graphs from a place called Madison online. I'll leave you the link in the description, and I'll also leave you a link so you can download my targets if you want. It's basically, it's a 1/4 inch zero square, so if you've got a 1/4 inch scope or a 1/8 inch scope, you can get a different graph. Basically you download it, and you can download it in all different kinds of formats, picture formats, Word, Microsoft Publisher I think, or not Publisher, all the Microsoft things anyway. So once you get to those, you can just put in your targets on the actual grid, and then each grid at 100 yards is 1 click. So at 50 yards it'd be 2 clicks. I'm doing the testing to start off with at 25 yards, so that's 4 clicks to 1/4 inch. So if you've got a ruler, you don't need a graph, but if you've got a ruler you can also test it out that way. You can measure how far you are from the target, and then just by whatever distance you're at, you can multiply it by the number of clicks you need to get to where you need to be. So there you go. So we'll get on with the test. You'll get an overall view from the downrange camera, you'll get a view through the scope, and you'll get a view from me doing the adjustments on it. So let's get on with the test. What I'm going to do first, because you'll see it better that way, we'll use the actual night vision one and we start going at targets. But I think to start off with, it's easier to see through this. Yep. Take the illuminator off a minute. Okay, so I can just about see the squares from here, and that's on 8 times. So then I'm going to do fine group shots just to see where the point of impact is. I'll put the illuminator on. Pellets I'm using are the Daystate Kaisers at 8.64 grains. Okay, so you're getting a fairly good idea there. Just needs to come up a bit. So let's just zoom in a bit. So we're not far off it actually, probably 1/4 inch. So 4 clicks at 25. See where that puts us. Okay, so should be zeroed in at that. Now I'll turn it back down to 8. See if that changes the point of zero of impact just by changing the magnification. So it seems about zeroed in now. So once you've got it zeroed into your zero range, then you can set the turret to 0, and you'll always know then that when you're on 0 you'll be at your 0 range. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go up there, stick another splash target on it, and just see if it's affected the 0. I'll bring it down to 8 times. So yeah, we're about on at that. So I'm going to put that one just there. Oh, I've already loaded. One more click. One more. Very precise turrets on this. You can feel it click from one to the other. Right, I'm going for the top left. No, I'm not. I hit my frame again. Going for the bottom left. It's a bit low, but okay. Right, so we're on 4 at the moment, so there's a 0. Now, there's no instructions on how to do this, but look at the top, it's a screw top on it. So I'm loosening that off, and in theory you should be able to lift the turret up, put it back down on the 0. Okay. Yeah. So that's damn easy, that is. So that's how you zero the turret when you're on target at your 0 range. So now whenever I want to come back, it's 25 yards, I can just bring the turret back to where it says 0. That's good for any sort of shooting, really. I mean, if you're ratting at a certain distance, that's ideal. You just use a coin to do it. Alright. So then, what I'm going to do next is bring it in to 20 yards and see if there's any change in impact from there, because that way you can map your scope and your rifle. As long as you're sticking to the same ammunition all the time, you can map it and actually make a logbook up, noting down how many clicks you are from your zero at different ranges. Some people actually put stickers on the scope, but you could use a book. Others use the reticle cover, the scope cover, and put a sticky thing on that showing you either the reticle amount or the old overhold under using the mil dots. So you can use either format. But I'll bring it forward to 20 yards, and we'll see what the point of impact is then. Okay, quite interesting there. Just do a quick load up. But great scope. I've already got two, so when Discovery contacted me, I thought, wow, they're bloody good scopes, and they're good value scopes as well. They start off low prices like 50 quid and go right up to like hundreds of pounds. So you get all types, first and second focal plane. The actual reticle on this is ideal for this range because it goes almost to the bottom of the scope. It's a 100-yard range, so I can test that theory out. Okay then. About there. Okay then. Left hand target. Still on actually. Okay, so I'm going to push it out to 30 now. And wind's starting to pick up already.
Yeah, it's going to be quite windy today.
Okay. 30 yards. Okay, so that's 9 clicks at 30. I'll do it at 40. Okay, then 40 yards. Okay. Six clicks. It's a bit low, but yeah, from 20 to 40 yards, it's not too many, in it?
You done?
Yeah.
What you been testing today?
Two up. Two left. Two down. And we're back in the middle, so I mean, I wish I could get the rifle in the vise, but I can't, but I think you get the idea. Go back to where we started.